go until Mr. Patrick Woodson was being suspended by the.
So, like we said in the press statement, the Civil Law Code is in error. Like in 2024, you know, this is not the first time the Civil Law Code is trying to illegally invade the CDC. In 2024, the Civil Law Code again attempted to illegally invade the CDC, and the Civil Law Code did not succeed because the CDC fled to the Supreme Court. Because we know our rights under the law. We are a former ruling party. We govern this country for 6 years. So nobody can violate the rights of the CDC. Yes. And that's why last year, the Civil Law Code. So last year, the Civil Law Code attempted. All those things you saw on but just a replay. Yes. It's a replay. And we are challenging because we know the legal process. And when we have exhausted all of the legal remedies available to us, we will walk from our national headquarters because we are the party for the rule of law. But until all of those remedies are exhausted, we remain at the national headquarters.
Thank you.
I'm Jonah Freeman from the Manifest newspaper. As a renowned attorney at law, your statement of appeal to the Supreme Court full bench and some of the statements you made, it presupposes that you don't trust the judiciary for sure. This is the case. Interfering, do you foresee interfering from the level of the presidency? Always the judiciary sometimes has been robbed or racking other law, and you announce a party headquarters to be efforts by the CDC have been exhausted.
So, I will repeat. If we trust the judiciary, we trust the judiciary because we operate under the laws of the Republic of Liberia. We are citizens of Liberia. So when the Civil Law Code, when they sing Civil Law Code, ignore all of the rights of the CDC in 2024 and attempted to illegally invade the CDC, we fled to the Supreme Court, and we still have faith that the Supreme Court, so the court, and we trust that the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia will give the CDC relief. We trust, because last year, under a lot of pressure, we know the government announced that they want to erase the CDC. So that started in 2024. And we have succeeded in preventing the government from interfering in illegally removing the CDC from here. The owner of this property, Mr. Ibrahim Van Dempster, I met him, I traveled to Ghana to meet him in negotiation for this property. He's a very good man. But he's being played with. The government is tampering with him. And we advise him stay out of the political chicanery of the government. Stay out of the political chicanery of the government because we are your tenants. We negotiated. You make conditions before you offer us this place to buy. We satisfy those conditions. And we are still here today waiting to buy the property. And the court, we expect the court will enforce that right.
So thank you, to Virus Champagne, a report for DM's Liberia. In your last statement, Mr. Chairman, you made mention of time. Do you care to further explicit on the length of time that you are taking a plea for to the landlord of this property? And lastly, do you see this entire process to be a political one?
So, we see all of the rush to invade the CDC from its national headquarters because the Unity Party lost its headquarters. You see, it's a different scenario with the Unity Party. The Unity Party was not begging to buy its headquarters. The Unity Party was not begging to pay rent for its headquarters. The Unity Party were not in the position to keep their headquarters. They refused to keep it. In the case of the CDC, we are begging this landlord. I traveled to Ghana to meet with him. We negotiated, we sent emissaries, and we reached an agreement before a letter was written granting us the right of first refusal. So we are not a Unity Party. The The Unity Party is an irresponsible party that governed the country for 12 years. The CDC has been at this headquarters for 20 years. That demonstrates the political stability of the CDC. That demonstrates the maturity of the CDC. Even when we're in power, says yes. We didn't abuse judicial power. We didn't use judicial overreach to take advantage of the owner of this property. Because we believe in the principle of the rule of law. And we call it the Unity Party government to stay clear. Because you have a country to govern. And as a former ruling party, we know how difficult it is to already govern the country. Do not invite undue chaos.
Thank you very much. My name is Renzi Estimia and I report for Grand Crew TV. Mr. Chairman, you talk about, in your articulation, you talk about the government attended in 2024 to evade CDC. Now, the civil law courts are honoring the Liberal National Police to come and evade CDC. And you said that this time around, CDC will not allow it. So if the government insists that they will invade CDC, why will you do? And what the CDC say on that?
So like in 2024, so 2025 is a replay of 2024. They see civil law code. They see letter to the police for writing 2024. They see judgment attempt to illegally remove the CDC were also done in 2024. And we think there is a government conspiracy. We are advancing the government, stay clear. But it's not in your interest, it's not in the interest of the country. Because they rush, you keep rushing to invade the CDC and you keep making errors. You keep making errors. You're not allowing the judicial process. In our opinion, we think the government is exerting undue pressure on the judiciary. And we call on the judiciary to remain steadfast. Because you are the very rock for the stability of the country. And that's why in 2024, we fled to you. Just the conditions remain the same. In 2024, you attempted to enforce a 2016 ruling that had already been enforced. The civil law code, anybody saying that the civil law code as judge should know, or you should be legally trained enough to know that the 2016 ruling was already enforced. So your attempt to enforce it in 2024, even in the face of the glaring evidence, to find a bit of information, giving you information if you didn't know, because that's the same code. You have the records. But you didn't know and wrote the police. Why are you even writing the police? Linkage is civil matter. You writing the police, you involving the executive, you showing that you honor the influence of the executive. Because you got no reason to write the police. If you are the police, in your ruling, in your civil matter. It's a clear demonstration of judicial indiscretion and impartiality. And we are hopeful that the Honorable Supreme Court will give CDC relief. Because we are not claiming this property as owners. We are expecting our right to force refusal. And we negotiate a find every condition, a total enough some monies for you to write. We didn't force you to write. You didn't write on duress. We sent emissaries to you in Ghana. Myself flew to Ghana, as party chairman flew to you to Ghana. And we negotiated before your lawyer wrote. So if the court does not take judicial notice of that, then it is in gross error, and we are hopeful that we indicated in our bill of exceptions that the Supreme Court will reverse the errors made by the civil law code. Like it did in the case of 2024.
So we take a last concern.
So my name is Christopher Bestman, Honorable Chairman, and I report for Inside Liberia. Again, as a renowned Anthony I love in this republic. Don't you think that this evasion process of your party is in line with the principle of democracy and the rule of law? Follow up to that, you care to disclose to us your party or New York headquarters address.
So our party headquarters agreement means here. We have no option but to live by the laws of the country, and our remedy, we file abuse, and the judge knows that if you have under section 11.2 1D of the civil procedure law, one will file specific performance. You have to on the same property with the same parties. You have to hear the summary proceeding, but because maybe you have some influence. Just the wrong exercise of judicial discretion, I will beg to you that because I'm a lawyer, agent of the court. Because you ignore the law of pendency. You heard, you dismiss our summary proceedings, you file appeal, you file motion, you dismiss it, without hearing the merits.
Now the civil law courts are honoring the Liberia National Police to come and invade CDC, and you said that this time around CDC will not allow it. So if the government insists that they will invade CDC, why will you do? And what the CDC say on that?
So like in 2024, so 2025 is a replay of 2024. They see civil law code. They see letter to the police already in 2024. They see judgment. Attempt to illegally remove the CDC was also done in 2024. And we think this is a government conspiracy. We are asking the government, stay clear. But it's not in your interest, it's not in the interest of the country. Because they rush, you keep rushing to invade the CDC and you keep making errors. You're not allowing the judicial process. In our opinion, we think the government is exerting undue pressure on the judiciary. And we call on the judiciary to remain steadfast, because you are the bedrock for the stability of the country. And that's why in 2024 we fled to you. Just the conditions remain the same. In 2024 you attempted to enforce a 2016 ruling that had already been enforced. The civil law code, anybody saying that the civil law code as judge should know. Or you should be legally trained enough to know that the 2016 ruling was already enforced. So your attempt to enforce it in 2024, even in the face of the glaring evidence, file of better information, giving you information and you didn't know, because that's the same code. You have the records, but you didn't know and wrote the police. Why are you even writing the police? Linkage is civil matter. You're writing the police, you're involving the executive, you're showing that you honor the influence of the executive. Because you got no reason to write the police. If you put the police in your ruling, it doesn't matter. It's a clear demonstration of judicial indiscretion and impartiality. And we are hopeful that the Honorable Supreme Court
of a single protest coalition led by the Solidarity and Trust for a New Day, or STAND, and We the People movement is making an important announcement regarding the state of human rights, governance, and democracy in Liberia. We welcome the U.S. State Department's 2024 country report on human rights practices in Liberia, which confirms what Liberians already know: persistent human rights abuses under the Barker-led arrangement, entrenched corruption, and systemic violations of fundamental freedoms, and of course, unabated lawlessness that continue to be permeated under the Joseph Barker-led government. This report delivers a damning verdict establishing that nothing has changed during the first year of Joseph Boaker's so-called rescue agenda. And this verdict is not merely a policy failure, but constitutes a moral indictment of a government that has failed to break Liberia's entrenched culture of impunity. Consider the realities on the ground today. While hospitals are in collapse, prices are climbing, and citizens struggling to survive, the president has reportedly spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on a 23 to 40 man person delegation, or 40 person delegation, excuse me, to Japan. This is the same leader who once condemned wasteful foreign travel. And while Liberians are suffering, the Joseph Boaker administration indulges in reckless expenditures overseas, returning with no jobs, no trade, and no meaningful investment for the country or our business environment. President Boaker's refusal to use his retirement job to prioritize the needs of the people leads us to agree with the U.S. State Department report, which confirms that there has been no significant changes in the first 1 year of the Joseph Boaker-led administration, thus suggesting that Liberia remains trapped in a cycle of waste, arrogance, and disregard for the Liberian people. The report also singles out the Liberian National Police.
Good afternoon, good evening to all of you following us this wonderful Tuesday morning. Happens to be the 19th day in the month of August, and the year stands of 2025. Welcome, folks. I'm Wiki Brooks this morning, and this is how I'd like to say to all of you. It's a pleasure having you joining us. You can follow us this morning on our YouTube channel too. Yeah, just go our YouTube channel. Yeah, KOOL Morning Ride. Certainly you will follow us on this edition of the Morning Ride. So folks, welcome. This is the People's Program. And this is the program that brings you some hard talking points, critical analysis that, sometimes people don't want to accept. But it's good to be here. Sakano controls the camera and sounds this morning. Ambassador Vi is alongside, but we like to say welcome to all of you. Without further ado, while you're following us, listening as well, you can win for yourself a couple of Liberian dollars, $4,000. Just go there. You get that tour. Make sure you have money in your MTN mobile account. It will cost you just $100 Liberian dollars or 70 cents US. All you need to do with that style is the Cool Cash Radio Entertainment Liberia giveaway. So you dial *799 *11#. You go there. You want to play 2 times, which is 200. You just put in the number there. You want to play 3 times, 300, 400, 500, and they give you the chance that you could win something this morning. $4,000. So even if you play 1,000 and you won 4,000, that's 3,000 profit. It's massive. We don't know what we will start to give more about cell phones, rice, bags, and other things out today. But you stand a chance to win that. All you need to do, just go and play. Dial *799 *11#, and go put in your entrance. You want to play 1 time, you go 2 times, you put to make sure you got money on your account. Or the short code, you just dial *79911, the option, you get there straight. All you need to do, that's just it. *799#, the option 11, you can just play and you win for yourself something this morning. I won't call
somebody in the next couple of minutes and tell you, say, check on the phone. You have warmed something. You know, Liberia is such an interesting country. Most of the time, political institutions, military agency, you know, they will make sure they bring people to permanence. They go into the trenches, they build cells, and talk about all of the good things about somebody that is same upright, great, to be somebody that would be in the best interest of the ordinary people or the struggling masses. You know, Honorable Sir Joseph is now under the spotlight. He's been hugely criticized by folks from the CDC. And there are folks from the CDC who also have seen him as somebody who has significantly impacted lives while being a stalwart of the CDC. But today, he has left. And this is not just with Sir Joseph. We now getting to realize this is a normal tendency of political parties or institutions in Liberia. That when you leave, it's when all of the negative things are said about you, whether those things are true or not. But come to realize this. Let's be honest to ourselves and open your conscience. I got a number that we put on the stream and will be out, you know, who normally send me insults. So you will call them because officially my communication is already with the Liberia National Police. The person will be picked up and will have to be filmed certain things. So I just wanted people, I will not take call for anybody, just calm down. I'm not coming down, I'm using the law now. Yes, you know that this person is bad. This person is not the kind of person that you presented, but you allow people on occasions, convince people, talk to people, to borrow their ideas. And this is with all of the political parties. The electorates, we spoke about it yesterday, we're talking it today. It is a time that you sit down and scrutinize some of these people. What are these people in the back? We normally have financial benefits from some of these people that they bring to the public and sell them that these people are nice, these people are leaders, these people are people with the heart of the ordinary people. These are people who want to see Liberia to the next level. But after this, you have left that institution of political party. We hear all of these things. We listen to the former mayor, currently the Secretary General of the CDC. This is a man who has served as chair for campaign of the CDC on so many occasions. A die-hard and strong supporter of the CDC. You can't take that away from him. A firebrand young man, Jefferson Coach. You campaigned for this man. And on so many occasions. Now, come to think about this thing. You said, this man cannot be remembered. But this man was the man that you brought to the national scene. To replace the former president. This is the man that was hailed hugely across Liberia as first respondent when we were hit in 2014 with the Ebola in our country. He came from a party called CDC. He was healed, cherished. But you're now saying that this man cannot be remembered. He's not one of those persons. And the current acting chairman said his departure is a huge loss. But some of these statements, we don't want to take it earnestly. We see it just like anyone. A man serve on your party ticket and representatives on occasion. Today, he's senator. You now know that he shares border with the current president in Sierra Leone. So you're telling us that you brought a foreign national and made this person representative, made this person senator. Why they say that we always find ourselves, or we always do these things when people say, why we do not say, look, and don't go behind to talk about some of these things, that even if the person leaves. And this is something that is just getting common. Today, if President Braga sat, one minister, you will hear that person talking about all of the wrongs, the ills under the Braga regime. They will expose all of the corruption, but they do not say a one second day. Former President George Weah, whether you like him or not, he's no ordinary figure in Liberia. From politics to social and entertainment, sports, he's a force to reckon with. But you will bring this person and say, this is the person you want to have in replace. So, are you telling us you brought the wrong person to replace a face, an icon, one of Liberia's finest illustrious sons? Are you now preparing yourselves to apologize to the people that you say, oh no, the person you brought and don't forget, Honorable Sir Joseph was the president when President George Weah decided to contest for the presidency after he won the senatorial seat. This is the man you brought in to replace him. This was the face. And to Today you come back to the very same people and telling Nigerians not to remember this person. How do we reconcile these things? So he's a traitor today. He should not be remembered. How? Why are we always treating the folks who stand under the rain and the sun like this? You're telling us now that the chairman of the party spoke in context. What are you speaking in? You sat in opposition and served as national campaign chair. You served even as chair for primaries. Today you come back to tell us. So what sort of goose that you sold to the people? And now Salvation sits in a position that you cannot take him from there except the electrics go to do so at the appropriate time. What is the bargaining behind the scene with politicians and political parties and how they present these people? I hope this could be a learning curve, lesson for those of you who claim to support political parties and support this individual. You hear exactly what we've been told ever since. I'll play this again. Take your time to listen and listen with comprehension.
Honor Gregory Coleman for grave human rights violations, which is why we at STAN have been demanding the immediate dismissal of Mr. Coleman to restore credibility and public trust in the LNP as a law enforcement body. We all agree that under Walker's leadership, impunity is growing, abuse is rising, and ordinary Liberian citizens remain unprotected. Violations are fast spreading everywhere, and these violations, which are revealed by the U.S. State Department report, include extrajudicial killings, arbitrary arrests, prolonged detentions without trial, intimidation and censorship of the free press, torture, inhumane treatment, rampant gender-based violence, female genital mutilation, and systematic discrimination against the girl child. These actions violate Chapter 6 or Article 6 and 7 of the ICCPR, Articles 4, 5, 6, and 9 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, and Articles 11, 15, and 20 of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, all of which guarantees life, liberty, due process, freedom of expression, and human dignity. Such violations are unlawful and constitute an assault on justice, democracy, and humanity itself. Furthermore, alarming allegations from senior officials of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, LDEA, and the Independent National Commission on Human Rights, INCHR, suggest that government officials are involved in Liberia's tragic drug trade. These contradictions demand urgent, transparent, and internationally monitored investigations in line with Liberia's obligations under the UN Convention against Corruption and also against ECOWAS various protocols. Given this state of affairs of our country, and given that The Boake administration's refusal to respond to the July 17 Enough is Enough petition, the grave human rights violations documented in the U.S. report, the continued failure of all branches of government to uphold constitutional obligations, mounting economic hardships, and Boake's rejection of the 13-count petition submitted or announced, which was snubbed by the President's office on July 17, the Enough is Enough not.
When somebody leaves an institution is when we know their history and do a proper background check. Now you have Sir Joseph over the years, and this is what all of the political parties do. We have seen that on so many occasions that you just getting to know who this man is. He's a traitor. When you hire him with a picture presented to the people that this man is nice, this man is great. So today you telling us typically he's not a Liberian. He shared border with the president and governor of Liberia, Sierra Leone. So now, quite recently, Friends Afogo also said, if not for the CDC, Sir Joseph would be completely poor. And he said every asset he had today was through CDC. Without CDC, he will be completely broke, man with empty pocket. Sir Joseph owes CDC, and we should have our asset recovery team to take everything he has for the party, because everything today he gets is from the CDC. Now, Friends Afogo is now calling for asset recovery team from the CDC, not from the government now. Because everything, according to him, that Sir Joseph owns today came from the CDC. So they want to recover everything. Yes. Now, Honorable Kochi referred to Sir Joseph as, he talked about espionage. It is a norm. When you look at it, what it tells you, listen keenly. The clear definition, when you tell somebody you on espionage, that's somebody who goes to spy to inform probably a political party or government sending information. Now, they say a practice of spying or using spies, typically by governments to obtain political and military information. So, you brought him to spy on the Liberian people now because the Liberian people voted for this man. So who should be charging who? You have somebody in your rank and file for all years. This is the man who claimed to be a founding member of the CDC. And today, you claim that he was spy. But you brought him, sold him to the people, made people to believe, and today you come back and tell the people. And now, one of the sitting lawmakers from District Number 9 is now saying they need a CDC asset recovery team to go and recover, because everything that Sir Joseph owns comes from the CDC. It may be true. They know how he acquired it. If somebody asks the question, why we keep doing these things? Why we keep doing these things? Why we will know that these people are not good, but yet we sell them, and at the end of the day, then you come back to tell the people exactly who these people are. Listen how Sir Joseph being described by the Secretary General of the CDC, that this man cannot be remembered, he has no contribution, I've never said in any civil. So why you poach him? And today, the party, according to you, made him, and he have denied that. But today he claimed a ladder from being a representative to senator to now. Yes, it.
Violent Coalition of the Willing declares phase 2 of a nationwide non-violent protest beginning December 17, 2025. Unlike July 17, the December 17 protesters will assemble right at the perimeters of the executive mansion, which is public property and must always be accessible to peaceful citizens. Any attempt to block or intimidate peaceful protesters on December 17 will simply fail and shall prove futile. Excessive or violent security forces are warned. This process will not bow, will not break, will not bend until the boycott government leads or leaves on December 17, 2025. A 15-member Citizens Engagement Board, or CEB, representing all counties, has been established to coordinate this process. Over the next 30 days, the CEB, or the Citizens Engagement Board, will consult Liberians nationwide, including traditional and religious leaders, civil society and student representatives, political parties, media professionals, security actors, and vulnerable groupings. A formal report after this process will be submitted to us, the organizing body, which will guide the momentum and the activities leading to December 17th's non-violent revolution. Leading up to December 17th, the protest coalition, or this protest coalition, will initiate targeted non-violent actions, which may be repeated as often as possible. And these activities are determined to exert relentless pressure on governing authorities. These actions will remain peaceful, but deliberately disruptive of governance functions to ensure fundamental compliance with basic freedoms and basic democratic norms, and to ensure that those freedoms and norms are fully upheld and protected or respected within the confines of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. Whilst we make this announcement public and prepare Liberians for a bigger, much determined, and overwhelming, peaceful showdown on December 17, we send a clear message that we stay committed to the people of Liberia and to the principles of justice, democracy, and human dignity. And we are fearless to the end. We are ready. We are ready for the final showdown on December 17, and we will not retreat, regardless of the exacerbated threats that may come from state-run or state-sponsored security agencies. We will not retreat.
So I know our citizens have the right to be concerned about anything. We welcome that. We will follow all the criticism. Let's rest on this one. We follow all the criticism, we embrace it. We don't have problem with any Liberian expressing themselves on issues that are confronting the nation. It's part of a democracy. But we have that obligation to tell you why it is important for this, that to happen.
Honourable Minister, your point is well understood when it comes to the.
But you know about the public here.
So now, you might see the question as a political question, but this is a concern from the Liberians that who featured in this government complained yesterday that the previous president need to go out with huge number of delegation. Now you see the same thing. How will you address all
thank God you said it's political. That's a distraction. I'm not interested in the distraction. President Bouaga has not left this country to stay off for 58 days. And he didn't do it to watch football game. Okay? He has not left this country with a delegation of 50 persons. So, we don't want to go into those kind of things. The country has to make progress, right? Okay. So, while Mr. We are his government, what the other people did, let us not try to always draw the former president into those kinds of stuff. Okay, thank you. Because we can establish that the variables are not the same.
The president and his entourage, including you, departing this country to Japan.
Every government across the world participates. Except you don't want to be a government. Or except you're not looking for investment, you're not looking for trade opportunity, you're not looking for development, then you stay away. So that's how important it is. Second, both the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Information, and the Ministry of Commerce have been working on the Osaka Expo. We appointed a Commissioner General from Liberia for that Osaka, who is former Ambassador Judy Andy. And so the ministry, all the ministry I just named, they are part of that international festival, which is Expo, right? Mm-hmm. Taking place in the same Japan, but in a different place. So when we leave the TICA summit, that we have all
grateful as in the thoughts of the Secretary General of the party, the claim they made him may not just be right. He may be somebody who's ungrateful. But if you are telling us today that this man, the character now you're resenting, but you kept bringing him to the public. On 2 occasions, you made him representative. Later on, you made him senator. And not just ordinarily, but putting him as a face to replace former President George Weah when he chose to contest for the presidency after being elected as senator. This was the president from the party you brought. But today, we are hearing about his Sierra Leone link with the current president. He's a traitor. He's this espionage. He was so all the years you had him spy. Now friends are always saying it's time to retrieve everything because Joseph was out the CDC, who have been very poor men. This is to all of the political parties now in Liberia. We saw the Unity Party when they treated the former president Ellen doesn't salute. We saw the CDC when they threw Geraldine Doe out. My big brother, Joshua, and there are a lot of other folks from the CDC that they expelled. And the Unity Party, because these are the two political parties right now in contemporary politics in Liberia you talk about. They seem to be proceeding almost the same way. Now come back to you, Liberians elected. The party, the former governing party of Liberia, CDC, is now telling you that this person is brought to you over the years. So they're telling you that they never knew this main character, but they're bringing him down to you. They're telling you about his deeds. But he was sold to you with all of the good things. This is where we find ourselves. Liberians. You see how politics in Liberia play. Now he's saying the party did not make. He was already being established. The acting chairman of the party says it's a loss. The former spokesperson of the party during the campaign 2023, Councilor Kanu Baba, said the loss of Thomas Fala also is a blow to the party, and he was sacrificed for Honorable Fonati Kofa. We come back. Tomorrow, when the Unity Party chairman resigns, he comes back to the people and tells the people all of the shady deeds behind the scene. He will tell you how the Unity Party was being run, and he tells you about how things unfolded, that he decided to yet keep his mouth closed. But today, we hear these things. But these are the people you really like. So you see, political party, they will know that this person is not good. They will know that they got all of the information on a particular person, but yet they present a picture of the person being so nice. So who should be telling who? Sorry. Today, Honorable Sajura is very ungrateful to the CDC, as being said by the party's Secretary General. You know all of his deed. He was farming contracts. So what sort of business is he involved into that the government promising contracts? What are some of those contracts? Did you give him contracts as well when you were in power? Did he buy his way through the party by paying some money that today he stands to challenge you that he made himself? Who's indebted to who? It is how we continuously run our political affairs in this country from political parties. But this is a man that you claim stole money from the party during the campaign period. This is a man who became a campaign chair of Bolsonaro County. He's claiming that he got more votes than the former president. That's the reason you chose to take his life. Reportedly, he claimed that the petrol bomb that was thrown at his home in Kogota was done by people from the CDC because he got more votes than the former president in Bolsonaro. I want you to listen to this thing again.
We said if Sir Joseph would be within the chat room of the CDC, he will leave. The other note, they removed me. Since then, I have not said a word. I want to say to you, I'm calling because you said two things. One, that George Weah Baby is George Weah that brought me to permanent. And Garrisburg. I worked from Jefferson Baptist Missions and Director of Missions for Africa. Before former President Weah asked me to come and join you people to tap on what we have built. I've established 4 different schools in Liberia where former President Weah visited those institutions. I want to say this to you. A lot of things have happened, and I will speak to that when I come back to Liberia. For now, I'm on a mission, but I just want you to note that everything that you have said and others have said in the past, I have not said a word. To the point that my house was put on fire because I got more vote than George here. Wow. It involved my life. Today, I kept that within me. I never said to anybody. It was never my position for me to have gotten more vote than George here or this company from winning election, though. I went around in Maserati County, other part of Liberia, nailed down to the
Okay, folks, this is where we are. We've been told that CDC has her own asset recovery thing. And now, according to Honorable Sir Frank Foko, that without the CDC, today, Honorable Sir Joseph would have been a very broke a man, and he would have acquired all of the properties. So send this meeting, and he acquired all of the properties. But he also saying he's being director of the Jefferson Baptist Mission in Africa. And he claimed that the former president met him, saw him, and he was able to show him 4 schools that he built in Liberia. But he's been referred to as traitor, espionage, and all of these things. He was accused of taking campaign money. And now today, they have decided to recover, as far as they concern, all of what he has today. It was through the CDC. It made it true. Honorable Sir Joseph may be telling us another story. Now he's claiming because he got more. So if you had a man who got more vote than a popular figure, like former President Weah, where do we go from here? I will take few calls on this matter because I have something very important to discuss. But this is the issue, and this is what unfolding in Mama Liberia now. So we'll take the first call. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
You see, when anything happening, tell people the thing that you're not seeing the right thing. We told the people to stop it at CDC with God, natural death. We fight for the plan. I just had left and gone in two separate ways. This thing will come up. And I put them to our money to build a room. They build in a female center. They do all type of good for themselves. But they maintain it? No. They can't maintain it. But I kept standing there. Then the fire field goes right on the line. Then we see what come out of it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let's talk to other colors you like.
Good morning, Brother.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Let me get me my son 1 minute, maximum minute or 1 minute. Okay. Let me start with the issue of Calabria and Tafuko. We're including the Secretary General of Jefferson County. You see, the common true heart of things, life is a rule down that you roll it under the book in case in future.
Yeah, in my money, we call it probability.
Very good. In case in the future, some of you can have a great opportunity and decide to leave the CDC. This statement you guys are making will put you guys tomorrow in the future. So if Foundation leaving the CDC, it's not there for him, but the issue will appear as a low.
Yeah, because that's what I thought to ask. So what happens tomorrow if friends are feel insecure or different with policy and direction and decide to leave? Now he's calling for the asset recovery team from CDC to go and recover evidence at the house because so will they now go to tell him to bring all of things you have?
Very good, because we know that some people in district now we are knowing who are know all of them. But the issue is that if that has decided or the former has decided to leave the party or decided to leave the party, they then left the party, let us reflect this money. People will be taking in elected position, the issue with it, they will not discuss it until they've been removed from that position. They don't report it to the Liberian population.
Yeah, but because you're telling all the characters about listening, but this is the man you have selling all the place for the Liberian people to have him elected. So who should be apologizing to who by this time?
Yes, you should be apologizing to the Liberian people because you bring them in, you marketing for the Liberian people, and they're not only marketing the Liberian, but this is the men that
You took him from being a representative to senator. Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers you like.
Good morning, Ricky. This is Frank calling from Debo Road.
Frank, you're always welcome.
We are in the same when the center can hold things for and find out what happened to CDC. CDC know fully well when it's Joseph or when choosing their stable or we normally gather with them what so you can remember that story.
Yeah, they had coffee.
That's for people to answer in the legislature. That today the CDC is the city that Joseph. Today, you know, they don't get people. That is where people not condemning them, but they not serious because they don't.
A party who won election before, you can say they are not serious.
Yes. So all what Tapuko is saying, it means all of them from President, we are down to retrain. They will go break after that.
And this is so all of the political parties. It's not just CDC. So they're telling us that they will know the people are not good set of people, but they bring the people to public life. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Ambassador.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much for the show. This is Abraham calling from City View Community.
Abraham, you're welcome.
Yeah, you know what I heard this morning is just also that Sir Joseph is now somewhere from 7. They knew all those things, they brought somebody from 7 because Sir Joseph said he want to be with CDC, leaving CDC. If they force for somebody to be with CDC for life, then we can stop playing for all of like great people. Hey, joking, playing for all of like great people. Why do we see Sir Joseph from 7 years? So CDC need to apologize to the Liberian people because they coming up with a kind of thing.
Yeah, but so I mean, they made is a representative and senator in Liberia.
And now they want to become president and say no, they may not let them come out to apologize to us.
Good morning.
Good morning, information groups.
Let's hear you.
First, I would say apologies in your being on PDP. Always asking for. When it comes to this, any other information group, then people always do your program expressing data. They least make it to the people the same thing. How the program is looking like. It's not about English program. When you're speaking people, they will try to break it down, but people almost say it. They leave drama, they're quiet. The things are reading right now on former district. Chief honor school, every other thing we do, because the waiting list is breaking down. Once on Sir Joseph and Scarlet Grave, they need, they are there. There is no comfortable and thanks for the day. That he should even carry that way to honorable Sir Joseph. That it is because if it is the first thing, he prepared and he's speaking the English. The next step, voter will step on you. What you say, the next step, voter will tell you, what are you trying to say? That's the
Man said President Buckeye and Sadula said border in Sierra Leone. So you could be in the next community and in the next community we share border. So we know these people now. Good morning.
Morning, good morning to Dr. Good morning to our chief of this state, most rather country.
Please go ahead.
This is Manuel Sucia. I don't need conversation to this state. And let me say this. In every political institution, there are internal issues. But the issues that is unfolding at the Mighty Congress of Democratic Things, no way it can be really the strength of the EDC. And let that be clear. So if people will find interest in discussing CDCs and discussing critical national issues that have a potential.
So, okay, 1 minute.
Yes,
can you tell us what is the critical national issue that you want to discuss because you control this show or you control all of the activities in Liberia? Just point to one or two so we can discuss it by your instruction.
One of the something this is the wasteful spending that is done right now as for President Waka at the TICA summit. And this summit should be starting tomorrow and we put them 5 days to the summit. They told it address people that they will not get involved into wasteful spending.
Emmanuel.
And yes,
you see how embarrassing you causing your image and reputation on the platform this morning. Something that we have discussed for the last couple of days. We discussed it yesterday. We did all of the giving chance. Just give it chance because you already finished missing it, Mark. You telling us now you said the mighty coalition for democratic change, but you don't want them to discuss. But this is a political party that led this country for 6 years. Unity Party led this country for 12 years. They keep that. These are the two political parties when you talk about who have had a chance to have more representatives, more senators, more, who since after our civil crisis to have led this country. And you want them now to be taking a backseat and you're telling us that we should be discussing this issue.
What we have discussed yesterday, we're talking about it today.
Yeah, we discussed something yesterday. Now we're saying something today. Your party is alleging that this person is not even a Liberian. This person is a traitor. This person was a spy. So critically, but you saw this person. Are you taking the possibility that this person even it was the man who you saw to replace former President George Weah when he contested for the presidency after being senator? Is it not the Sajoda that you told Liberian was the best person to replace the former president? It's a sad time when I hear some young men who claim to be intellectual and you come to discuss something. Wasteful spending. Bring your account, bring your evidence, bring your facts. These are things we spoke about yesterday. Good morning.
Good morning, good day, man. Good morning to the peace loving people of Liberia.
Go ahead.
I'm Ezekiel T. Sami calling you from Green Community, Kupot Farm to Riverside. I want to appreciate you this morning for the topic under discussion. You know, the political party they call CDC, today they are crying on Sir Joseph, crying on Thomas Farah. They're not supposed to cry because these are people who came in the party and bring more people to the party, and they were sold to the Liberian people, and we already purchased them. Now, there's no way that they can go Officer and Captain Sir that they say will not put for Sir Joseph to be president. Now, after the Joseph Numa Bwakai, it is Sir Joseph that will replace George. We are so they go and
when we reach to that point there, let's talk the other one we're talking now. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Civilized Peter Macaulay.
Thank you. Thank you for that magnificent recommendation. And I also want to appeal to you guys, one of the Unity Party guys that can call the show and I really want to get on airtime on your show.
Who the Unity Party president?
You know, somebody better call up, you know,
So you want to have a debate with the president?
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you meet the business office? We're not running charity something here, that private institution. Yeah, so don't say, oh, we want for you to pay help. No, we're not doing please help or things here.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Brooks, you know, I listen to you guys. especially the training news in the country now. Joseph leaving the CDC, Tomopa leaving the CDC. And as Michael said, such issues are very, very training. But anyway, that is a topic for the day. But let me say,
What kind of man, sir?
you see,
Sorry.
Yeah, man.
When
You
you take
I
one
think
step
I want to show
off
you
the track,
confused.
I'm not discussing that thing. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Josephine Smith.
That's it. Thank you for the recognition. I just want to tell people thank you this morning for the topic. My brother, I don't know. People, they are not physicians, they are we are ashamed. Because they will look at the reality. They say they want to change the topic around. President Wada, he go back to it before the program, like a business. He got to go and sit with people to bear. So that's what I'm going to say, to bear them for company to come for this and that. He never tell any different way to the topic. CDC, they will always be embarrassed and they will embarrass themselves because they don't have the mind to settle this conflict. They only have a heart to chakra everything. Any money on their receive money that they have best for. They can put more than 10 houses that they build. But after when they build one government school in this country, yeah, after what they can show you 5 government schools. For all of them are private school. So when somebody believe, the person brought their parents and they believe that one are big or that you have kept all the secrets. That was there before he was Sierra. So yeah, you need to apologize that now. You will not win.
Thank you, Jojo. Let's talk to other callers on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is and all you for that's what this. You know, our problem is comprehension. I don't know why you talk about that for you with food for the stuff. But look what that former president there, he got that about me. They are about you, and you come back. They are telling you that never only report all they are doing. So he got that business and bring it for that out. And we're making it 10 minutes in the so we don't believe that we bring citizens and the voters. But they may have you vote to start there, that one they put in 10 God. Now you tell all they are here so much time. So after feedback on this document. Why are you making that like this? Eh? So the law of corporate is different from the law of private. Why are you going to
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning to my 2 great ambassadors, our professor of our time.
Good morning.
Pastor Moses Sion.
Moses Sion calling on my resident morning. And I want to use this opportunity to say very big thanks to our institution that is always there for the Liberian role. Thank God today, 2014, some of the one Bola hero, Sir Joseph, that other people voted for at the end of CDC. They just saw him like a hero fighting for the Liberian role. So many of us Liberians are residing in Lockington. Young people, we are looking on the government is doing for the nation. We are not looking at party, but today we are hearing all the political parties are telling us this man is unpopular. You know, I always hear the debate from people that, oh, President Boga is conservative, you know. But today, when we ask them, we accept them. President Boga is coming.
We even know why when President Boga leaves the office or he decides not to be member of Unity Party, that when Unity Party will come tell all that they man, you know he's now a real Liberian. But you allow us to make this man president. Now you come back and tell us His nationality?
Yeah. And all the positions he held in this country, you never told us where he coming from.
We kept asking, some Sierra Leone will look at and tell us, hey guys, that your topic for Labrador. We probably, Mr. Nima Father is from, we don't know. Until you come us, you tell us the actual place he is from. I don't know if somebody go elsewhere and then maybe the school or maybe doing this one. For me, the work took me from after when I was very, So today, if I happen to contest for any political hero, maybe somebody will tell me I'm a Sierra Leone because I share photo with them, if I paint there. It's so sad. My partisan of CDC, please, you guys have to put yourself together. The Janako is saying it's a loss, other people saying that it is not a loss. Don't put your horse in order, you start dragging other people. You like want to ask for debate on KOOL FM is for the Liberian people. You pay your money, you come to sit in studio, you discuss the issue, open the lamp, we will call, we will debunk you for your lives because you believe in life. Food does not live with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome. And if I love the guys, look, let me tell you, morning ride, the heat, with the exception of us giving you invitation, is $350 United States for 1 hour. So don't think that play show yet. On the heat. Let me see. Honorable Michael Thomas is joining us on the line this morning. Good morning, sir.
Well, good morning. Thanks for your recognition this morning.
Ambassador?
I'm elated.
Ambassador?
Yes.
You laughing? Please go ahead, Chief.
Okay, so to the issue. I think CDC as an institution is not doing well. CDC needs to put its house in order.
Mm-hmm.
Every member of a political institution, regardless of size, your age, your position, even the security that is to that gate that profess to be a teacher is important.
Mm-hmm.
So assuming the president is there, he's in a very tight meeting, and he tells the security say, so they are not seeing anybody. And there is a group wanting to protest and disturb the camp, and the security be angry with the party because he got this and the party, and he tell the message, I should tell people he's not there, but he got, y'all go in. And they go and disrupt. So every person, every individual has a role because they all made a sacrifice. And to even talk about Sir Joseph, Senator Joseph, who made a serious landmark impact in this country. For him to leave your party, then you say he's a non-entity. For Mufala to be expelled from
you normally refer to him as the Doyen.
The Doyen of the legislature. He's the highest ranking and the longest serving legislator. At that House of Representatives. He works under the party. He's the deputy speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? And there are others. They are alone listening. So you think it doesn't break that party?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, it has a serious effect on that party. And we're sitting, the party, they're sitting, listening to it, following everything that happened, and they're joking with it. But it has a serious toll on our party for 2029. I can say that. I hope those citizens are sitting and recalibrating. It has serious effect on the re-election of the former president. But coming to our district wiki, this drug thing is actually killing the fabric of the young generation.
And you are ambassador.
I am an ambassador, and we have tried to...
I know to what extent, I'm a living testimony, to what extent you have strived, and your contribution with other lawmakers and other prominent people in Liberia. I know it's not easy, and we continue to talk to our leaders in the community, and
and to get involved.
To get involved.
But I had a whole group of young people at my house yesterday. Everybody wants to take the matter in their hand. And people want the lawmaker to give them the authority. And I said, no.
No.
This thing has to be a holistic approach. I can't engage people, say, go bust people, I say, go engage people and other kind of things. No, we can't do that. So the community leaders, we ourselves as the people, the residents of the district, we all need to come together and derive a holistic approach to the drug menace. And the issue of rehabilitation, taking the people out of those centers is just one aspect. You take them from point A, they will say some point B is closer, they will go way to point K. They will still be operating. We need to tackle the distributors, the importers, the sellers should be our target. Not the young people. What we can call political will. If we need to fight this situation, we should have the political will. Government should not be making decisions just based on policy, but they should take action. How many rehabilitation that we have to say that government own rehabilitation center yet? Look at Fieldsville. Huge as Fieldsville is. They should have all the land space that you need. Salt clinic, cultural estate, number other places we got land all over. Government has not even said let's build one rehabilitation center. Even Muscle right here. No. You got people who have private rehabilitation center that is so expensive. And you say that so many I want to send 400 persons to the rehabilitation, you know what will happen to them with that? So you gotta be sending 5 persons, sending 6 persons because of the cost. So this is serious, very serious. I just want to weigh in on that this morning.
And it's
so
a never.
I'm going to say simple, I express my sympathy to the family of the late Shama who died yesterday in the Catholic community, and also my deepest sympathy to the family of the poor children. You know, the situation in Soul Clinic. I also want to express my sympathy to the family.
Okay. Thank you so much. You are the people.
We need to compare no,
and that's how we expect.
Don't forget though.
You know, he says something that is key, and we tend to always overlook these things. When people leave our institution, we always feel that these people are not significant, but we will keep them in the space.
Sure. During the election, people will go after them.
But how can you look at a man as Joseph? I don't know. Replace former President George as senator at the time. Then today, he cannot be remembered.
And he leaving the party, and you say he's not significant to the party. And I like what the ambassador said. Even the gate man, the security is important. Each and every member of the party, they are important.
Morning, Mrs. Colley.
Since the mission of the airmen that your grandfather foundation, Sir Joseph leading CDC, for who say they should go see the answer. The only thing I can tell for when the Republic that brought see your answer, then you can go and see Sir Joseph. If you forgetting that besides Sir Joseph, you are CDC member. He was senator for Liberia. That may come to be there to Liberians in a country more than the president at the time. That may used to bring a truck, face road, the road I was in Dugo Road there. I went there to visit one day, they posted outside, they said, open the road. All the added are influenced that San Jose opening. Which one of the added Joel opening and all the added follow houses and water entering people houses. When they talking something they didn't think, that man gave some work for university students. One of the students all wrote up, we didn't even know what she did with the books in that before. So why for San Jose any poverty, let it go, you should be the first person to go say from San Jose our poverty.
Okay, thank you. This is Colley. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Morning, and let me say good morning for night and the listening audience. So my name is Abraham Sasewu Jerry, and I'm doing for my Sokoine district resident. It is every member of organization right to associate this associate.
we acknowledge the fact that every member from our political parties, they are important. That one we acknowledge that. Every member important for our political parties, the people they are important. But if the Unity Partisan are discussing today, you don't have many people that the Unity Party or Unity Party solicited for the something they for election. So the CCS of institutions that get dozens of partisan, for me, I have to say that as I because a lot of people in the party, it is time for the young people who their vision, who want to move that party to take over. It is time for someone to go and say and make decision for CDC. Young people go. They don't go because some of them were there today. People even pleading the leadership they were part of. You get it? So I'm listening to people saying, former president, we are, they not even have power forces. Who built the Napa riot? Honorable administration. They are the honorable administration. The MP honorable administration. So that generated your politics before the person.
Nobody will put nothing before people. You don't come and pour on the show. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. So, man, Aaron Zaru, why you almost go above your limit? What is this? You want to pay for airtime? You want the Scots? You say let the people go. You walk in the footsteps of, you see how some of you can call other people ingrates, the people this, the people that. But today, those are the men that you massively went in your community and other places to campaign for. And this is just for all of the political parties.
You know what is coming to leaving the party?
Yes. You know what is coming to in Babylon? From the clear picture in American politics, I noticed that people are not loyal to the party.
They loyal to individual.
They loyal to individual.
Sure.
So that's why you see political parties are struggling and they having some of these problems because you will find people who in the Unity Party they there only because President Baga is there. You will find it. But when you see it on a note that is so high that you get, but you benefiting from the party, but you pledging loyalty to one person.
To individual.
Today, when you chose to make this man representative, it was on this party ticket. The former president campaigned for this man to be representative, campaigned for him to be senator.
Are you saying happy to
Then today you are telling us of no significance. In fact, it's good for him to go.
Happy that man leaving the party.
Yes. But you are not sitting and not taking into consideration that how do you read Ben? You say, yeah, it's time for you to go make a decision. What's your role? What are you doing right now? Then you want to tell journalists what you know this.
Yeah.
The office is in. Who can tell you what to do there?
But as citizens are employing.
You work, you talking, the office is working in. That CDC get, that CDC elect. You know how many presidents elect them honorable by customers? There are people from CDC, Unity Party, independent minds, who saw him, scrutinized him, that he could ably represent the district, not on party lines. And there are some folks who think voting for him could win him over to the political party. He's still not free from that. Who knows? But you're always, when people leaving, that's when you know the person is not relevant. The person had no impact.
Yeah. But you know,
they
even say tomorrow.
Today, you the person who brought this man to permanence now in the political landscape for being representative to senator. And the most part of it, of all of the folks in CDC, you chose that one man to be the only man that is capable to replace former President Weah when he decided to contest for the presidency. And this man won as senator to replace the former president. Today, you see him as nothing. The law for the people, had, or they got for former President Weah, it was transferred to Sir Joseph. This is my own. The hands were being lifted. Are we rational and realistic into our thoughts and how we sit sometimes and say some things? Good morning.
Good morning, we keep going now. Good morning.
Go ahead.
People and now you're telling so much. I appreciate you. Every day we listen to your people. You know, CDC people there, they can go trying to people for the now. They lie. Because why is it before they lie to us? We're not CDC so much for now. For already, you get that thing in a secret.
recording and brought it. Because that was God, that was fake, that was playing and recording. Who wanted more that it can happen to President Boga, who did President Boga for me, who did have a play and recording, because the fact when President Boga for me one day to step between the party. That's what it will be like.
Yeah, thank you. But that's what we say earlier on. Today, if President Boga sacks somebody, or President Boga is no longer president, we will hear all the
stories.
Now, if you will tell us that Mr. Joseph and the current president, they share border in Sierra Leone, so you brought a foreign national and put the people to the belief that this person, and this is something that people who support political parties to sit down and rethink and look at some of these things. You're talking all of these things about Sir Joseph today, but you kept him as the best person. Everybody said, oh, the Ebola hero. That was his name. He was being recognized. Hell. Can you imagine, even the former president, Ellen Johnson, said in one of her speeches, mentioned and praised him for being one of the first respondents with the issue of Ebola.
Yeah.
He was recognized across the world. And the CDC took charge of it. That this is one of our own who is sacrificing, making a left risk to respond to issues. Today, you
and Ebola hero.
Yes, but that's his normal, famous, and common name.
Yeah, Ebola hero.
But at the end of the day, you come back to tell us, because he's a patron now, that he's not somebody we should take seriously. So you telling us that you just went for somebody behind him also replace, because former president, we are so popular, when you mention him or anybody, you can succeed. Friends Afogo is now saying everything that Sir Joseph owns, he got it to CDC. So the CDC, after recurring now, should go and take everything back. You expel Thomas Farah, you claim that you also made him. Why are you not going for it? Or your opinion, what you claim that he got? The university, all the businesses and other things he owns today. Why are you not going to get him to go recover those things now?
So you brought somebody to us that you despise tomorrow.
Are you serious? You want to say what they call government and governance? How can you market your ignorance to this level? You say present national issue. Is this not a national issue? Somebody is making allegations against you that you threatened to kill him.
Yeah.
You burn his house. Senior official of government is accusing a party that claimed that they made him. You say that national issue.
I'm talking about it. I'm talking about wasteful spending without facts.
But all of the corruption allegation leveled against our lawmakers, Sir Joseph been there. But you will defend. He left. You brought all the skeleton out of the closets. Is this how we'll continue to practice politics, or preach politics, or exhibit politics in Liberia? A good example. How many persons have you been able to recruit to the party? Do you support or subscribe to the party methodology or policy, or you go there because you love one man? You know, Liberians, we got this country to where it is based on our own thinking and the way we see. You know, we always feel that one person so important. You look at the whole country, you think one man. Because President Boga is the president, you think it makes him more Liberian than anybody in this country. Anybody else say he's a we just got to know.
After all the
After Joseph is this and that, you know, you making understand. He and President Boga sharing, you know, that's he's a traitor, espionage. He's been spying on the. So you got all the information that he's been spying on the party.
Like, bro, it's interesting.
You come here? I don't know when we'll ever get better. Good morning.
The Ambassador. Good morning.
Morning. Please move away from your radio. Lower the volume.
Sorry for the feedback.
You're welcome.
Ambassador, this is just
Oh, he's gone off the line.
We never cut you off. You can call back.
Good morning. Good morning. Oh, you're on a terrible line. The network is not. So we want to call somebody shortly to say that you have won your $4,000. All you need to do, and the Cool Cash Radio Entertainment Liberia giveaway. It's just simple. Go there, play, and it's just $100. All you need to do on your Lone Star MTN mobile account, you dial *799*11# or *799#. The option 11, go there and you want to play. It's $100 or 70 cents US, and you stand a chance to win for yourself $4,000 Liberian this morning. So just go there. You won't play 2 times, you put 2. You won't play 3 times, even if you play 10 times at 1,000, you win 4,000, so that 3,000 profit, massive profit. Who knows? Before the day comes to an end, somebody might just win the jackpot and say, "Oh yeah, we're calling you to come and pick up your motor bag on your cell phone, your rice, your book bag." Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Calling from tomorrow, Frank.
Friend, you're welcome.
Okay. I'm an attention draw to the access, for them to.
Yeah, the CDC asset recovery team, we just got to know that they got an asset recovery team now.
Yeah. So,
but we don't know how many motor bags they recover after the election.
I don't know where the access team is coming from. I don't know it's coming from within the CDC or.
No, it's actually from the CDC.
Okay.
It's what friends at Foco posted that.
Okay.
They will.
I don't know the access. So they trying to tell us, Wiki is trying to tell us that through their app, when all in that CDC that both purposes.
No, meaning that he been working. Yeah, thank you. But it's like you're telling Liberian land that he been working. You made him representative, but his salary that he was taking, it was some agreement that this salary that CDC got his salary.
So interesting.
So you see, and this is a certain lawmaker or somebody telling you that there is a certain lawmaker, senior government official discussing this matter. He said they get critical issue, but they may not talk about the bread butter issue. They may talk about how if you want to go take property from somebody because the president, everything the president got, they got it through the party. Yes, it could be. Sure, but these are national leaders. Friends of Safogo got followers. He was stalwart of the CDC. Sir Joseph is the former stalwart of the CDC. He's our follower.
Yeah.
Going to a place, do you know it can call national uprising in this country that they say, "Oh yeah, anywhere you see bosses with if a CDC, you collect it, you know what you will do to the public?" And somebody say issue. This is not a national discussion. My God, you gotta look at more people and see how you recruit. Good morning.
Good morning, G.
You're welcome.
Let me say thank you for the show this morning. We know that something has let me know about the show. But we in short, this past government, this is a previous government, they have done their part. Also, everything that happened about
No, the people that we're discussing are people who are still in government, currently serving. These are key government officials from various parties, and now so how can you leave them behind? They say in government they are not out of government. Just imagine. Friends of Fogo is still sitting as a government official. Sir Joseph left the CDC, but he's still a government. But they bring in some of these things to the public. How do we see it? Because some of these revelations they are making, a concerned national government or people to further investigate that. Oh, that's how these people. But we don't know the other people. No, we can't do that. Yeah, we can't do that. So if that one, you only want to discuss present reality. You know that folks from the past regime are discussing things from Eddie Johnson that you up to this time. There was some misstep, there were some things that other people did in the city, in the United Party government. We still talking about it today.
True.
Good morning.
Good morning, Wiki, and good morning, Dad. This is the shoot Daniel and I'm calling you for asking me this morning. Thank you guys for the show. You know, it's quite unfortunate. You know, the quality that individual who represent the political progressive is the quality of people that surround themselves with. It's just quite unfortunate that the freedom of who will have the kind of individual representing or they should not take suspension. You see, when you come out of the freedom of who, nothing suspension. Even those that want to do the office, no contribution will make that will be suspension. So we're not surprised by that. But let me just go to the issue someone talks about. It is a national issue. Because very soon I know the vision. If they decide to listen to their leader, recently or the other people you have a podcast and he used the statement by saying that Joseph was a spy, that Joseph is a traitor. That statement he used. All the time down the line, we use that statement over and over again to get tired. The report that Joseph traitor will call him a spy because yesterday was a because when we there he was doing it and he was doing something.
If the former president comes to the country and decides to address some of these allegations leveled against him of corruption and the internal wrangling within the party, departure of some key persons, when he decides to address it, then it becomes a national issue.
And they know very well that yes, now today they will come out of the closet and they say and begin to put on the charges. They know very well that massive corruption took place. This is well on. Look, Sajota is a freedom member of the CDC. He knows what the CDC can do. When he largely agitated against them in that country, several political parties was in the country, several independent groups. He never agreed no man for burning the road, but rather his own party. I stand here and down, and he made several statements that before even the attack on him. I mean, on his property, there was several attacks on his person individually. So he knows what he's talking. If
yeah.
That when he come back to the country, he will say more around his head. So it has changed for all we know it.
Thank you. Thank you. We want to decide which one is a national issue and another one it is not. You claim your party is the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
Your party have a serious say in the political landscape of our country. Do you know how many representatives CDC has? You know how many senators CDC has? You know how many folks on the CDC that are in government? You know to what level this party is? Since the inception of this party. This party has never been a play party.
No.
There are party that they are the whole. And I want black bear party again. You know. This party has produced some very permanent songs and dollar today we got in our political landscape. And you think when crisis hit them, should not be. This Joseph you talk about today that irrelevant. You know how many persons in his employ that if he decides to say, okay, send a party, have treated me this way, and I brought some of you in my employ based on the issue that we all are from the same party, I'm letting you people go. You know how many persons food from the table you'll be taking up? The bread and butter issue, these are people who are contributing as well. But we don't think about these things. We only know when people are important when they're with us. Today's Joseph is nothing. And don't forget, my father said he's waiting for the appropriate time for him to talk to. We really know what he will be saying. We don't even know that when other folks who been suspended by the United Party, what they will be telling us.
Yeah, they will come out and start to say their own too. Tell us things that we never knew.
Yeah. Is it a normal tendency now we find in our politicians? You're calling him spy. So you have a spy in your party spying on you, but you kept promoting him. You have somebody who was a spy, but you kept bringing him to a level that today you have acquired properties. Now you say you want to go and take that. Did he buy those properties in the name of the CDC that the deeds are he got for the properties? Or we just being comical? Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
This is Solo. I come from here, Solo.
You're welcome.
You know, look at that something. After that social life, there's something that is that keeps person in the CDC. I think they need this.
But the party acting chairman is saying the man, they lost. It's a serious blow. Then they say the men are of no significance. In fact, the men are the espionage, the men are a star, the men. Oh.
You know, the only thing is right on now. It's like a farmer who went to farm somewhere and then they found a steamer there. So when the steamer came here and the collar left there, so you will not go back for the collar. You have to go back for it. So what they're sitting on now, how to get those people that are behind San Joseph, how to get them and motivate them so that they can leave San Joseph where he's going now, for them to bring them back and then say, oh, we don't want to San Joseph, so then we San Joseph going and you're already positioned, we want for you to leave, yeah, you shouldn't follow the day. How to convince them that we live on the party. And then to say that you said that important is important. It's very important. Okay? So they shouldn't say no thing there. Okay? And you ask every couple because something is talking about how will they go after the men for nothing. When the men were working, they were not working for CDC, as we were working for itself. Okay? And that's the CDC that gave them the job. And then they were calling here.
Yeah, thank you. This is where sometimes trouble comes. Now, people who support San Joseph now, they decide to gather themselves and say they're going to all of where he got his properties to stand to defend, just in case. You know what you're trying to do now in the community? They say, oh yeah, we can't defend our leader. Yeah. Then the person they come in for the man, they come into the horse, they come into. And we still don't.
We can stay here.
That's simple logic to just have a sense of reasoning or to picture that it can cause problem. You don't know that this is a serious national concern.
Sure.
That you're telling a man who has acquired his property in his own name that he got everything through the party. Yes, but did he buy it in a party? That you say you're going to recover it now.
And the man is telling you now that he started getting money for a very long time. He was working.
The Jefferson Baptist Mission according from Africa, he was the director and he stayed. He's telling that he reportedly he built 4 schools and the former president, he took him there.
Hey, I tell you, they all ask. They will ask him where the money coming from. And you build the schools.
So the buses and other things that they then brought to the country over a period of time, he brought it in the name of CDC. That today the schools, the other things that you're going to take from there. So if it's a focus now, when you leave CDC or you are defeated, so the people say no, you no longer serve in the position of regular CDC. So meaning you coming out to take all of what you got it through the CDC.
So coming for it.
We're coming for it. Barbier. Good morning.
Good morning, we hear that, and good morning to our negative students.
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought looking for the response our honorable man that spoke about the claim of Joseph after the one election, one of the closing. And I think the Lord has the CDC can come over and telling people that are coming and coming.
And you're not even talking about using the code, using the law, but you say within a part of your actual team. So how can they go to get it from them now?
Yeah, so
where even the national asset recording that in that day or ask some of your folks from the CDC or the previous government to come to answer some questions you're going to defense in the program appear. Now you say you're going for San Joseph property.
Yeah. And first thing when the asset recording started that original report was which home. Was political which home. So I don't know which thing is going to San Joseph to claim the party property that they are given, they are entrusted with.
that, in which part of my life I started it? Because it didn't know for over the next 2 days about 11 eventually after the won the election. And the former president, the other guy, the former president, the party to move here, he refused. And now another lawmaker coming on and say, yes, he's going to your office anytime we establish your other currency. Then President Wiatu, who accepted defeat, and after the currency,
but this is also a clear warning that to former President where if he decides to say I'm leaving the CDC, maybe they might be saying they made him and they're going to recover everything that he has to them. You know, so now we can take things in this country for a joke, but at the end of the day, it gets so serious, Ambassador. We overlook some things.
It's a very serious matter. Yeah.
This is the same friends I forgot that spoke about burning the Capitol building at a particular time. It got burned.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're talking about recovering things for somebody who left the party that everything the person has got it through the party. Granted. But are there documents to show that yes, when he was building or when he bought this property, when he brought this thing in, he brought it in the name of CDC? But we sit and allow our officials in government or our political actors to spill out some of these things and we stay with them. But when it becomes serious issue, then you tell them what to discuss. Good morning.
Good morning, Ambassador Bros.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Emmanuel Bami and I call from GSO.
Emmanuel, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to make a quick point. Honorable Sakoko was the one who said that they will burn down the Capitol building. And in no time the Capitol building was burned. In investigation, he was set free. Now he used a word that said Joseph will face the wrath of the people. Now again, he has said this one. So I want you to be on record that every bad thing that happens to Sir Joseph, his friend Sakoko is responsible because he said that the Capitol building will be burned down, and it was done. Now he just made this threatening remark again that Joseph will face the wrath of the people, that is the wrath of his division.
Mm-hmm.
So let it be on record. This is the reason why I call you.
Yeah, that was the Secretary General's statement, but he said they're going to CDC asset recovery team. We just got to know that political parties have the asset recovery team. That was new information, that's good. But he's now saying he's going to make sure that they get all of those things that he acquired. Because if he said with all the party, by this time his pocket will be empty. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
I thank you, Wiki, Ambassador Wiki, Ambassador now. I'm Gerald Tieto.
Gerald.
Conversation for his Yapona intellectual.
You're welcome, Chief.
It's a pleasure. I called this morning after a long while to weigh in on few issues.
Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, it has to do with Representative Safoko. Wiki, I think you will know, and the public will come to know that there's a disconnect in the information dissemination for the party. We cannot have party GSA in another team.
Yes. And you know, Gerald, this is the point that we have spoken about over the year, even in national government right now. I don't know whether they sit to have this discussion, but the Secretary General is saying differently. The chairman of the party, who is the senior most person in the party, telling you that this man's departure is a loss, then you say the man spoke in contempt.
It's a big blow to the party. Everyone in that group will know the minister to say it's not a small name in that body, but it's actually somebody who was elected before 300,000 votes. You say the person is an SS package, you call that person a parasite. You don't know what parasite is. After that, present your parasite, and some people sit on the radio and spew things that cause conflict. So I said from the record saying that his house was coated a fire as the result of arson.
Sure.
And that was the investigation, and he accused the party. And then you come to say he will face the wrath of partisans.
You know what I mean?
And you talk about going to recover everything because everything that he has today is through the party, so you're going for it. Through what means?
Joseph required the party will go for it because he was in here in 2020. So Joseph now repeats of legals powerful. He's been saying in here in 2020. Oh, you know, for asset recovery, when the government started to go for asset recovery, we call it wage one around here. Then you want to say CDC should establish asset recovery to go to San Joseph. You put in a main hand way. He should stop. He should reclass asset way. For example, they are covered, they are not doing well for the party. Wiki, you have the line, you know me. My opportunity is San Joseph and Ofala. The public things San Joseph access of India, that's anything. Let's see the year on the transfer. So it's San Joseph to access from the party for me, the party should go, but the party is saying on Ofala. Because he served as campaign operation manager before, campaign chair. So those are attacking everybody because the people leave the party or because they expect it. I think this is not right. I'm in a very good state with San Joseph and Olofala. I know what we have heard. The stage was we are getting from what they transparent in the actual of leadership of the party. So you can accusing people and telling people you go after them. Wait, but you hear Olofala's story. People will be surprised in this country. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Gerald Todd, thank you for being part of the conversation. This morning, it's time to bring you our Central Bank Minister of Gender message this morning on this edition of the Morning Ride.
My people, I know you already hear the good news, and so
what kind of good news, Balepa?
The good news about the Ministry of Gender. My people, I know you already hear the good news, and so
what kind of good news, Balepa?
The good news about the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection Project called the Liberia Women Empowerment Project, or LWEP, is here to help 267,200 people.
Oh yes!
Out of the 267,200 people that the project will reach, they will help 36,000 women with small money. The main idea there is to make sure that women and girls always have money on them, so they can be able to help themselves, so they can be able to help their men or their husband, their family, and their community.
Yes, it makes sense because you can only give when you have.
That's true, but the project you're talking about, that what kind of county there in?
The project in 6 counties: Bomi, Riverside, Grand Jide, Monserrado, Bapodu, and Grand Cape Mount counties.
Okay.
And it going on in 498 set or norms.
Tell us about that one.
Good. For example, man beating a woman not supposed to go to school. There's a woman that can say, if he not be me, he not love me. That kind of thing. That is they want us to change.
Yeah. Because no man supposed to beat their woman.
Yeah.
Then men should make sure women go to school. And no woman must say, if he not be me, he not like me.
Yeah.
No woman must think like that. Say, it's not correct.
It's not correct.
Then what about the second part?
The second part of the project is about the health recording.
But what did the data people then not do?
How they should help women and girls who may do wrong thing to.
You mean the way the data people will take care of us when men take advantage over us in it?
Yes! On top of that, they even going to help schools to open health clubs so girls can be able to talk the things that matter to them.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
How about part 3 now?
Part 3 is where the project will give some money to help different women and girls groups, family groups, livelihood groups, people who get their late table marketing. And people who not fit to take, who cannot they set, the quick people call them marginalized group. And you know, like people who can walk group and things like that. All of them, they will benefit too.
Me, I will look around in my community.
Yeah, Osia. I myself will find them and be a part of them too.
Yeah, you mean? Because women will not leave men behind. Here we go.
Because you know what? The project will reach 30% men and 70% women.
Yeah, you hear it?
Yeah.
You mean I will tell plenty all our women and girls so they can join the project.
That's the Liberia Women's women empowerment project where women are helped so they can always have money in their beds.
Then, Baleba, what the other part of the project will do?
This other part of the project is where the project will give helping hand to the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection System.
How?
In ways that the ministry will have records on gender-based violence cases. Then they will also have record on the different treatment or services for women and girls who some men will do bad things to.
Okay.
Then it will also help the Ministry of Agriculture to know how many women making farm, how many men making farm, where they making their farm.
Wow.
What kind of farm they making, where low land farm air, where up land farm air, all that one there.
Yeah.
Yo, what they planting, what county they having their farm in.
Fine idea.
Yeah, all that one. Yo, to make sure that all the things they're happy. The government put plenty different groups together. Like Keep Liberia, Catholic Relief Services, CRS, Action Aid, Forest Community Initiative, FCR, Defense for Children International, DCR, Plan International.
So, they can work with the people in the community then.
Yes! And you know something? The way they plenty groups together, one group they have to be in front of all the other groups so the project can go on.
So, now what kind of group they have?
Plan International.
Plan International. They in front of the other group then, but the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection Project. And so?
Yes!
So, your will, how about part 5 of the project now?
Part 5 of the project is where the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection has a project management unit that the people then who will be watching the project could know.
Yeah.
They will monitor the project, they will keep track of the project, and they will evaluate the project so the project can go on the correct way.
Whoa! Who take the 6,000 women to benefit from 80 million? Ha! That's not small thing.
And Dana Osia, Balekba says the Liberia Women Empowerment Project will reach 267,200 people in 5 years.
Yes! And the project is in 6 counties. Pony, Mosorado, Babolu, Riverside, Quenchida, and Cranky County.
Working in 498 communities.
Yes. Now, the way the project going on, you can call 44TDTD to tell the people how you feel about the project. Whether it's going on the correct way, whether it's not going on the correct way, call 44TDTD so the people can know how you feel about the project.
My people, find the Liberia Women Empowerment Project right in your community and join them.
This message is from the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection with support from the World Bank.
Protest Coalition has called a very important press briefing that Wilfield is called Interland. August 16th. Today, the Innovation of Protest Coalition, led by the Southern Director and Trust for a New Day, or STAND, and We the People movement, is making an important announcement regarding the state of human rights, governance, and democracy in Liberia. We welcome the U.S. State Department's 2024 country report on human rights practices in Liberia, which confirms what Liberians already know. Persistent human abuses under the Barker-led arrangement, entrenched corruption, and systemic violations of fundamental freedoms, and of course, unabated lawlessness that continue to be permeated under the Joseph Barker-led government. This report delivers a damning verdict, establishing that nothing.
Right, you know, that's how politics are in Liberia. We have seen it, tested it, and it seems to just be the order of the day. You know, individuals are known with the characters in public when they leave their positions or when they are expelled or they resign from political parties. That's when we get to know that. You will know that this person is not good. This person lacks the ability, the tenacity, the characteristic of being a leader. But you make the people to believe. Because the people believe in your ideology, the people believe in the party methodologies. You share the same philosophies. And so they say, yeah. But after they shall have left, you come back to the same people that you asked on so many occasions to have these people elected. You come down to tell the people who you've been presenting. You gave in the true characters. But you saw your leaders and other folks lifting their hands. You were coordinators in your communities. You were beating your chests for these individuals. But today, these people now are folks you're asking people not to trust. But you allow people to place trust in them for almost 2 decades. There were kids who today are eligible voters, and their first time voting, they voted for this identical figure that you're telling us today.
Yeah.
How do you erase that from the minds? What level of education are we providing for the next generation? What are we telling them? And that's why you see always on the platform we're talking some things, and some people, you won't get vexed. Even in the political parties, you still do not scrutinize. That's why sometimes when you people go to primaries in political parties, you still manage some of these things. Sometimes the best candidate, you don't even put them there. You only bring somebody because they say the man got money. The man got a property. The man will not depend on it, you know. You leave some of the people who should have been our good leaders today. And you come back to tomorrow to tell us that this person is of such. So who really against Liberia? I can say someone who against Liberia now. Who really against Liberia now? Who is a true patriot? You will know that this person is bad. But yet, you present them as somebody so good. You come back now to tell us that this person is bad.
He was a spy.
You made a man representative on 2 occasions. You made a man senator. You come back to tell us his nationality, the wrath he will face, the property he got, he acquired, the party going to retrieve. We leave that for another day. We want to talk about the welfare of our state security in this country. In every discipline, there are folks, or we call the buy apples. But folks out there, just take a look at the lives our state security. And you look at the bosses, people who are stirring the affairs. In Basel, you no longer see patrols in the middle of the night in communities. And this is the disheartening part of it. I don't know why and they do these things. You will find key figures in our state security. You just take, for instance, the Inspector General of Police. We move with 2, 3, 4 vehicles. Almost every officer armed, long range, short range, protecting one man. But a community cannot even have one man with arm walking in the middle of the night that can just get with his present in the day, in the night, and scare people. And it doesn't just stop there in Basova. At their homes, they have armed officers there again. Why they are not even there? You go to the Army Chief of Staff office, you see armed men around. You go to your home, armed men there. He's moving, when you get out of a car, you see armed men all around. You go to the defense minister, the immigration boss, and property. Today, we don't want to sugarcoat anything. You go to depots and zones. In the middle of the night, you see armlets. Police officers that even when somebody throw a firecracker, they'll get in a petrol bomb or something like that. You see them running to kill themselves for safety because they got no defense to respond. Schools are about to open. The officers are all grieving, looking around to see where to pay the kids school fees. Where do they get it from?
And you still want corruption or there be perfect accountability within the sector, whereas the attention is not being given to those folks.
But let's look at the welfare aspect of our security. You want these people to protect you other than the people who get you where you are. And some of you, the positions you're in today is because of the very people who elected a particular government that gave you the position that you're in. But you don't care about them.
No.
You don't even sit and rethink or even have a sober reflection on how you got to this position and what you what means. President Boga is president today, appointing you. You know how he's going to be president? Because people stood in the rain and the sun to have him elected.
Sure.
And today he have seen you as the person he thinks can protect the people, but rather you want to be more protected than the people. You make a whole community vulnerable.
And there's so much appalling in Basel to just see that in the day you see police. But at night, you don't see them. Even these various...
But when you go to the depot or zones, you will find officers there, but what do they have? Somebody calling and say, oh, there's an armed robbery taking place. Oh, they place on an attack. You know, besides being state security, these people are also like you.
They are human beings.
These people are humans. These people also are fathers and mothers. That you can't just put them in harm's way that people will kill them and then the next day. Because we all know, in our security sector, you are only known why you are serving. You die today, you get sick today. You know how many of our officers who have died in institutions that they serve for the years, the families that are struggling today? A country like Liberia, why would the Inspector General of Police will work with more than 10, 15 armed men?
Several vehicles.
Yes. But you see, zones and depots don't have vehicles, but the Inspector General is moving with 3, 4 vehicles. The Army Chief of Staff, yeah. The immigration boss, At their homes, our men are there while they are not even there. When they get back home, our men are there. But you see one whole community, you can find one armed man, or they say, oh yeah, the police car patrolling today, or one motorbike, 2 officers on it.
You know, at night like before, you hear the police car.
But I experienced it during the days of former President Charles Taylor and former President Ellen Johnson. We saw people in the communities at middle of the night. Even growing up, you experience that.
Sure.
In the typical time they begin. When we go to the talent show, we're coming back. So now you see people, you see officers all your own community as they never had that.
Yes.
Where you coming from?
The bastard, I remember before the famous Red Cinema on 750 was there.
Yes.
You know, another day it was broken away. But you know, one night we came out and we were about 5, 6 persons and 2 persons took out that shite. Right at 20th Street, walking, going on, and our no vehicle planning to ride. The police stopped and said, man, where are you going from? What is this show going on? Where are you living here, man? He said, what are you going to take out that shit?
Okay.
What happened? Why have you to go
you gotta measure when you carry it to your other code is there, the men can be in it.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, I used to say the other persons have kidnapped you for on hostage.
And sometimes,
you know,
and sometimes even when you moving, you always got the second thought that you will encounter these
people. Encounter them, so you put their best behavior.
Yes.
You see, and if there will be those around there, they better hide themselves because they know that. And it was regular. Police will patrol, the vehicles will come. Sometimes they come without the siren, they reach a certain point on, they put it on to know that police are around.
Even when
this is a deterrent.
That, you know, that serving alone is a deterrent, a warning to any criminal that look. If you are around, be prepared for us.
Those police officers were even in the know of who are the chairmen of communities. Sometimes they drive to the chairman hall. The chairman, how you doing? Oh, who tell you sleeping? No, what's up? You know, because they're around the community. But we are seeing vehicles, but at night we don't see them. The tendency is there that the officials who are into higher position take these vehicles as personal property.
And besides,
they carry them home and park it.
And besides, they want to be more protected than the people that made them.
You see,
now, so to the extent in Abura, the criminal rate, the criminals are sophisticated than the ordinary police officers because these people are people who, at the end of the day, if they want to be equipped, they will have to spend their own cash that they will earn at the end of the month. Now, the thing is just simple logic. Look today. You find police officers or security officers will want to buy their own weapon and put it on it. Other than God, who should assign weapon to state security?
You got the very
national government. Very years now, they report the weapon that was discharged from another person it was not assigned to this person by this entity.
Where you take it from?
Where he or she takes it from.
You see,
you'll find some kind of lawmaker because he close to the Inspector General of Police, or he got connection to the EPF boss. We'll tell them, I need 2 officers.
Yeah.
You will assign 2 officers to one lawmaker. But you cannot say this community 2, 3 armed carrier of the police or wherever, they will patrol, equipped with lights and other things. You know, but even when another criminal just tell them, say, my man, and patrol this line and there, we got to change location.
Imagine at night, those boys can just besiege the community at a certain point. They take a look at that smoking ground.
But when is it that our officers are doing so much? I mean, our officials of government are doing so much that they need more protection than the people that made it. And this is the irony of it. They don't even count that those people, the position in front of themselves in. that those people who care in there. Today, some of you're talking about your party to come back or your party should win. When these people go out in the numbers and have these people elected, the president who becomes the president at the end of the day will be appointing these people.
Yeah.
But soon they get there, the first plan is to have themselves well protected. You don't see, they say, oh yeah, the officer, you get 2-3 children, you own government scholarship. You pay the man $150, that man that must send 3 children to school for $150. He said, well, the inspector general police coming, even when winning, you see zones and depot commanders telling officers to go line up. They should be in the ring. Ask 7 what. The welfare of these people are not taken. You take one man, he say in the immigration, go to the border where he sleeps, what he eats, that's not your concern. Those people got their own bad habit. But let's look at the welfare.
Yeah. They never took punishment to say that I'm going to serve my people.
Is it a curse? You see the speaker, he moving with amen. You go to the house, amen there, the deputy speaker, the city. You feel more protected than the people that brought you to where you are.
The people you are called to protect.
You see?
You want to protect yourself more than the people.
Yes.
You want to be the one looking well attired.
You take one paper, you give it to one man, you say he's for Operation Maserado, Nima. You give it to one man. And in the night, he passes to his house, he inside.
Yeah.
Then he got 2 officers man in the car. He's sleeping. But if you laugh at one way,
he's sleeping inside the man in the car.
But how you the man protecting that the car you say the man can protect?
The car is supposed to be patrolling the community.
The car is supposed to be patrolling. No, I said for operation, let the car be moving around. But the car under the window or in a fence, they made it all around the car. After 5 minutes, man, we all hold the car to know why I do my intention here.
We go in the morning, anyway, we get in the car,
you see how we treat our people? You get to the position, you overprotect yourself than the people that brought you to the position. Some of you are ministers and directors. You know how you got to the position? If the people are not elected your leader to have you appointed, you think you're going to be there, but you don't care about them. And this is not even on party line now, where most of the people who have dumb hair, dumb funded, don't even picture to have a fan tune into their heads. You stood in the rain in the sun for those people. Today they are more protected than you.
Even before they get a job in Barcelona, they beg, they crawl, they will humble themselves. But as soon as they get to the position, what they so do, they leave it.
Yeah. The fire service boss to a hall, get fire service officer, the money in there. He moving with fire. Oh yeah. Now, bro, we did something to go. We'll confess one day.
When the time comes, man.
You know, I try to think of, look at how people run home every day because they're afraid.
As soon as
you find the criminals or our young brothers and sisters who are falling prey to drugs, taking over communities.
Yes! If I was a certain part of the community, just leave it for them. Once it gets dark, they will take it. They are the ones that will take that particular area.
You see? But today go to the zones and depots.
Oh no, they are there.
The place, but
they are there. We handle all the cases.
But Ibana, you think you'll be living in Tinga's village and there's a robbery taking place, you call the police hotline And the man who there, he got baton. You don't even have the best spray.
What the man could do there? He was a Gabriel who can there.
He even got Tisa. But the man, then you call the other officer and say, we want to attack. What the man know your God? That the people who attack you, God that he going to do that. When he even get someone a cop that he even beat his meeting and put his eyes say, or the cool women then when very friend and two the people and put on a 25 in a friendly heights. He don't have some.
Even as a situation into counter the market, the clean community, the community were arrested a drug dealer. They informed the LDA. Pastor, you believe this thing? The LDA people said they didn't get sheep. Those stations there. So the community put some other business folks there. They brought computer, they brought sheep. They said, "Well, I have to wait. We print out. You have to charge everything. You have to wait here." You see, and because of the reneging spirit, and we're not paying attention to those state securities, it's making community just take over the whole thing here.
Yeah,
and it will think deadly.
One lawmaker will campaign and tell the people his presence will secure the community. So when he becomes a lawmaker, he writes the EPS director or he writes the police inspector general. Say, well, I need 2 officers. And, I want armed officer. The man who talk about protecting the community, the armed officer not only for him. What is our leaders so much hiding that they are overprotected than the people that they... This country is very like, bro. Why will a police inspector general be carrying 3-4 cars full, so armed, and the entire community vulnerable? Why the chief of staff?
Look at the situation yesterday at JFK. A man got hit by a vehicle. Purported to be a police officer, carry him. He's an inspector. Yeah, the man's a fake inspector. They identify him not to be an inspector. Not even in the employ. Not in the employ of the national police. But he's not concerned about that. But he's for money, he's operating. Yeah. So you're passing by him. You don't know the man. So there are other people who saluting him all the same man instead. The master is so funny because the inspector passed. The 101, 102, 103, 104, all the way to 150 or what? They pass nobody can say they rent their thing and say they are about to get 2 or 1. So and for me, I got 2 bouncers. Don't think that they will. I got 3 bouncers. Oh Lord. My man, right? Anytime I say you can come. So if you think get time, get ready. They get something to do. Who? They get something. The man. Yeah. I'm a broke, so I got a legitimate weapon. It's so hilarious that this man is in the traffic. He been said they feel to tell her how long he been in this thing here, right? The man having a uniform, having a rank with all the flags, the police badge, everything on him. But he's not in the employ. They say that old police man, they dismiss him or he retire, he come back. I think what are they going all about? For training from the Pinto City Police. They told me the training man for armed training and the government comes out here and whatever. You see? We even know when they finish training the fire officer, the mail just take all fire and put it behind. While the training them only for him, we know. When we think that the training them for the safety protection, yeah. It becomes how our ministers are overprotected. But the people who made them are vulnerable. Yeah. Come for the dates and for the night when you don't touch they have so much that you get back to the extent the man lives not far from a major zone, but yeah, he still want officer to stay even on the place. But the officer cannot patrol in the area. In the community. The community is left undone. No, but this matter is a matter that we put on the table. Yeah. What are you handling now? Yeah. When you say that you want to protect so much to the extent that you so much protective of yourself and you leave the people that you claim you dare to save lives and property vulnerable. Yeah. Bro, can you imagine, Ambassador? And they will parade with new cars. But then at night you don't see those cars. And some of them today, since they became ranking officers, they have never visited those depots and zones that even they came from.
Gregor come on, what the last time he came so far? Ask him when.
I just yesterday on Friday.
No, man, what about him read that?
Because the man getting prepared to him coming.
No, they say officer don't go stay in the ring because he coming. What is that?
We clearly define the roles and see the function of them as a country, because it is too much.
Able lieutenants, they protect themselves than the people that they should be protecting. The immigration boss, or those bosses there, protect themselves. They're equipping the people who should be protecting our borders. You didn't want George Mayer warrior?
Yeah. They join me in front of them, or the people who
the man standing up to the border. He said the boat water side, the man even get pepper spray. He get baton. Sleep collecting in the night, racing up and knocking down. He starts sleeping in the man drove away and power with his drop.
Yeah.
Mr. President will draw this attention to you now. Yeah. Yeah.
Like we said yesterday, even the police need drone. Where are the internet connectivity process that the Omeo set up for the police? Because there were several persons that were trained in high-class IT processes. Where
they travel there, computer of everybody just passing away the one pass.
You train folks. They had camera in the building and headquarters.
So what the breath test or that the equipment that they get for accident and all of these things and the body camera, where's it now?
Where's it? And the driver.
You said that you share it among yourself, say the senior ranking officer.
So go be testing that children and so on.
No, imagine the block with it.
Imagine the folks there from the drivers union, they're alleging police intimidation, police harassment.
The way we treat our officers in this country,
no, it's too bad.
It's very terrible. Trust me. You that made me. They will see people who are performing key national duty, will leave them vulnerable. One man go pass fair judgment in a court. Group of young people go wait for him in the community. If I don't sit here and give a perfect analysis, until we can seek the welfare of people who are serving this country and understand how important they are, we'll keep making food.
We will. We just saw the institutions.
So we train officers in this country to protect certain group of people. The arms that we will bring in this country for certain group of people.
Yeah.
0775 919 919 0880 919 919